मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्त गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् नाहं जीवः परं ब्रह्मेत्येतद्व्यावृत्तिपूर्वकं वासनावेगतः प्राप्तः स्वाध्यासापद्वयं कुरु. Any deep-rooted confusion takes time to go if a person wants to correct. Truth according to the scripture is each and everything in this universe is the source of the universe. That is the truth. But the notion about oneself is totally opposite to that. That is the reason why the scripture says again and again, you have to correct your misunderstanding throughout your life. And when you start enjoying correcting your mistakes, the journey becomes very smooth. Till then, there will be some tussle. Your understanding and the reality. So the reality, if it appears possible for someone, then slowly it gains ground. It doesn't happen overnight, because see, you are being said that you are the source of the entire universe. You are told that you are the source of the entire universe. But you have got your own notion about yourself from the very beginning of your birth. When the parents they started talking about something, that you are so and so, you belong to this country, you are so you are the son or daughter of someone, grandson, etc. So you are a human being. So all these things are deep rooted inside the head. A long association with wrong thinking, which has got its own reality. Definitely, it has got its own reality. Even though it is wrong, it has got its own reality. I shouldn't say it is pot. After knowing very clearly, I know I shouldn't say it is pot, because it's nothing but clay. But even then I say pot. Why people have started calling it pot? So nothing wrong in calling it pot, but understanding that it is pot alone and getting affected by the pot, that's the problem. Getting affected by the pot. You will have problem definitely. When the pot is broken, you will have difficulty in storing water, keeping water in that. So that and based on that, you'll face variety of difficulties. You won't get water instantly to drink. You will face problem definitely. So difficulties do not dismiss the reality. Your difficulty with respect to your body, mind, sense complex do not remove the reality. They cannot dismiss the reality. The reality is you are the truth about the entire universe. See, when the dog is barking, we say the dog is barking, okay? The dog is barking. Barking is a sound. It's a sound. It is producing sound. It's not mewing. Mewing, it refers to the cat. So, two sounds are there. But in order to differentiate the two sounds, we have said this is mewing, this fellow is mewing, and that fellow is barking, okay? So, but sound is the same. Even though sound is the same, you wanted to distinguish between the two. So you gave two names Nothing wrong in giving two names, but understanding that the two things are different, that's wrong. Hmm. Similarly, a child is born somewhere. Telling that this is my child, this is wrong. The child is born, it is fine. It is born through you. Just like you plucked a mango from the mango tree, doesn't mean the mango belongs to you. This wrong thinking that the mango belongs to you is a problem. Mango is there, and you are eating it, gratefully eat, no problem. But that the mango belongs to me, the mango tree belongs to me, this belongs to me, these are nonsense. To ask the people who are dead, to which country you belong to, which religion you belong to, how many things you have done in your life, what sort of achievements you have had in your career. Ask all these things. So deep-rooted confusions, I tell you. That's the reason why the scripture says again and again you have to hammering in the same nail. You have to hammer the same nail so that the nail is going to enter into the wall. So this being the most confused subject, you need to expose yourself to this reality. Anybody listening to this subject matter, the subject matter is you are the source of the universe. But your understanding about yourself is completely opposite to that. Why? You think that you are subject to birth and death. Fine, you are subject to birth and death. So you are subject to birth and death. What is birth? What is death? You don't analyze all these things. Birth is a system. Birth is a system. Similarly, death is a system. When someone is born, someone is born, we have to say, there is no someone before that. So after the conception, can you say this is myself? Some lady conceived, your mother conceived. Can you say that is myself and that is you? In reality, that is you. And before that, hey, you didn't exist in that form. So what sort of reality is that there? What sort of reality is that? So when you are born as a human being, that too, not as an ant or an elephant, when you are born as a human being, be grateful that you have got the thinking capacity. Thinking capacity. It's not a small thing. It is unique capacity given to the human being so that he can discover the truth about himself. No other second purpose, I tell you. Any second purpose of a human being is misleading in nature. It is misleading. It's not true. If somebody decides, what's your purpose in life? I want to become an industrialist. Okay. I want to become an industrialist. What do you mean by industry? Large scale production. Okay. Large scale production happens because of very huge machineries, etc. It's okay. What will happen? Suppose you are called an industrialist also. What will happen? Such people, not one or two, so many millions, an innumerable number of people they have gone in this earth, from this earth. So this setting a goal for oneself becomes a problem for the human being. What sort of goal should you have? Goal is to remain happy. Goal is to, if at all there can be any goal, goal is to discover the truth so that you remain comfortable. Without a slipper in his feet, without slippers in his feet, human being was happy because there is no slipper earlier. Today you had the shoes, so that without that you are suffering. See the problem. Once you consider that you have got certain standard, you have certain standard. See what standard anybody has got before birth and what standard anybody has got after death. You just tell me. So what is the question of any standard in between? Yes, you can say this much. I am privileged to be alive today. Very clear, very clear. If you assimilate this, anybody, for that matter, anybody who is alive today is privileged to be alive. You know that. This is appreciation. It's not the fault. It's not a something wrong. Mm. Because that you can appreciate when you see that, oh, he's gone. I thought such a young person is gone. Why is gone? Hmm? Some fatal accident or some disease is gone. Much younger than you. So what's the reason? What's the reason behind that? So any moment, any person anywhere in this world alive today means not because of himself, not to achieve something. It is to appreciate that he is privileged to live today. Anybody who is living today is privileged to live today. This is assimilation, and this doesn't happen. And because this doesn't happen, therefore a system has been given. So there is a contradiction between the understanding of a given person and the reality. The contradiction has got to be bridged. That has got to be removed, and unless you reduce the intensity of that contradiction, it's not going to be removed at once. It doesn't happen instantly. You need to reduce, just like felling a tree. It's a huge tree. It fell just after one stroke. It just fell after one stroke. No, it's not one stroke. This fellow started cutting the tree with the axe, with the help of the axe from the morning. And after 3 hours, it fell with just one stroke. So can you say just one stroke it fell? No. Similarly, you can't say that you are comfortable in every situation instantly. It doesn't happen. Instantly, nothing happens. And what was the reason? In this verse, the author says, it is your confusion, deep-rooted confusion. Why do you think that you belong to a given nation? Why do you think that you belong to a given religion? Why do you think that you are something special? Who is special in this world? If you think yourself to be someone special, then you will consider others also. He is much more better than you. He is far better than you. He is worse than you. All these things will continue. Misunderstanding continues till your last breath, I tell you. Till your last breath. Because when you don't know a language, because you are 90-year-old, you'll start speaking the language. It's not like that. It doesn't happen. You have to learn to speak a language. Okay? Similarly, you have to learn this again and again to remove the confusion so that you remain comfortable throughout. And without yourself discovering the truth as the truth of the universe, you can never become comfortable, I tell you, because the body and mind, they are subject to variety of changes. And in fact, they won't remain there for any change anymore after some time. You know that very clearly. This body won't be available for any change after some time. None of your knowledge is going to help you out because they won't be there. No knowledge will be there, whatever you are struggling for. So this understanding, this is also a reality about the world. This is the reality. The body is not going to stay, the mind is not going to stay. So then, irrespective of that, I need to remain comfortable. So not a small thing, not a small thing. I know this body is not going to stay. I know nobody is going to stay, and there also you have to remain comfortable because that's the reality. In fact, our grandfather's grandfather, at that time, whoever were there, they are no more now available. They are no more available. I don't bother about that. I don't bother about my grandfather's grandfather. Suppose I say your grandfather's grandfather, he is suffering so much because of a disease, so much. Because of certain disease. You don't bother about it because not known to you. So once you start knowing a few people, you start developing a sort of relationship, intimacy with the people. So you say this is a very good person, he's a very good person. You know this is a wrong person, he is a very bad person, let me just stay away from him. So you create confusion inside yourself and you suffer. So when somebody is not going to exist here after some time, Should you like or should you hate? The person is not going to be here after some time. Should you hate or should you like? Mm. This is how the beauty of the Lord, you appreciate it. It takes time. That's why, see, when you don't see as the nature of the Lord, you will have objection. Nature of the Lord is the lion will eat the goat, the deer, etc. Lion is not going to eat grass. Why? That is not the system. Similarly, disturbing people, those how many disturbing people are there? So many. Why they are disturbing in nature? Because of the confusion. And why the confusion? Unseen factor. This is how it is. A lion will behave like that. Similarly, a confused person will behave like that, thinking the world to be true, thinking his activities to be true. He is doing a big thing, he thinks. Human being, the poor ant like object, thinks that he is doing a very big thing. What can you say? Hmm. So I don't do anything big in my life. I have privilege to be alive today. That's the appreciation. It takes time. So confusion, because it is deep rooted, scripture has said, never ever neglect in thinking about this every day. Whenever you get time, some time out of your daily routine, you think of this subject. How you are privileged to be alive. Leave alone what you have done. Leave alone what others have done. Leave alone whatever knowledge you have got. All immaterial, I tell you. Somebody had the knowledge of singing. He was singing so nicely. We have seen so many singers passing away. We have seen at a young age also. At a very young age, they pass away from this earth. So, what do you say about all these things? I am not the authority. So, this is how it happens. When you start liking someone, you expect that he should be around you, he should be there. Somebody is helping you, he should be there. And somebody is creating problem for you, you shouldn't be there. Who am I to decide? So that is the reason why it takes time. Because of our strong desires. I want to become somebody. People should recognize that I am someone. People means what? Whoever is around you. Nobody ever thinks that the world should know me. People say, some people say, confused people, they say the world should know me. What is the question of the world knowing you? Do you know what is the nature of the world? How many people are there inside the forest? So it's not your small little house that everybody will know you. Even if everybody knows, how does it matter? Every king was known to the subjects. Every king was known to the subject, his subjects. Not every subject, but it's not that world was having one king alone. Even if you are known, how does it make it a very big thing? So far everybody knows you. Even even the wrong people know. The people who do wrong things, they also become famous, very famous. World famous dacoit, world famous terrorist. So you can be famous either way. Keep shouting in the street you are living. Early morning, you get up early morning at 4 o'clock and keep shouting. Oh, you keep shouting. Everybody will say, oh, this shouting fellow comes now. So automatically you become famous. It's all meaningless, I tell you. So, but you see, this is how the nature of the letter of the people, and you remain comfortable. You don't do like that. People drink, but you don't drink. Why you don't drink? Because it's not going to appease your hunger, neither it's going to quench your thirst. Intoxicating substances do not appease hunger, they do not quench thirst. But even then, many people, they like it. Why? That's how they are. So you don't behave like others, but you don't hate anybody. Why? Because helplessness. How helpless they are, you just think so many wrong things they are doing because of helplessness. Because they don't know anything other than that. So they can't do anything, I tell you. They can't do anything. because they know that much. The thief again and again being caught, again he goes for theft, and again he gets caught, stays inside the bars. So nature of the human being is like this. How precious this body is, how precious this mind is. The person doesn't discover entire life. So what I have done in my life, what others have done, what should be the goal, etc. These things do not occur at all, I tell you. So this being so, never neglect in removing your confusion every day, the scripture says. Never neglect in removing your confusion. And you should accept that you have got confusion. And unless you have got you acknowledge that you have got the disease, you are not going to visit a doctor. You know that you have got some problem, then you approach a doctor for treatment. Similarly, you should discover that you have got problem in your life. Whatever you are, you have got some problem. So do you very mindfully listen to me? Any change in this world, any change in this universe, does it frighten you? If at all it frightens you, then you have to correct yourself. Do you feel that you are inferior? Do you feel you are superior? Then you have to correct your misunderstandings. Neither the ant is inferior nor the elephant is superior. Neither the elephant is inferior nor the ant is superior. Nothing. Everything is what it is. This understanding has to be very clear and it should be very deep rooted. Eye is what it is, ear is what it is, ear cannot be the eye cannot be the ear. They are functioning their own way. Similarly, this body, this mind, whatever it is functioning this way. It can't be otherwise. It need not have to be otherwise. As it is perfect. That understanding. As it is perfect. Suppose you have started learning on something new. It doesn't happen overnight, very clearly. It will take, suppose, 1 month. Just not learning. Let me just take the example of construction. You have started constructing your house. It will take some time, about 1 year or so, for it to be completed. Now, the first day, foundation stone is laid for the house. Whatever is done today, this is complete. Understand that very clearly. Whatever is done today, it is complete. And whatever will be done tomorrow, if it's going to be there, it will be complete. Every moment it is complete. Even if you want it, even if you like it or not, it is complete every day. That sort of understanding should be there. After completion of the house, I will be happy. That's not correct. That's misunderstanding. Today, I was supposed to do like this. And in fact, now this is how I am supposed to do. And it has been done. And I don't know what is going to be there in the evening, I don't know, but now it's complete. Lord's wish. If you understand that that's Lord's wish, if you don't understand, then only an ego will enter and it will create problem your entire life. So, very first day of the construction of the house, it is complete in nature. Every line of brick laid is complete in nature. So every action of yours is complete in nature, in fact every moment. So this is a thing to be appreciated. When you go to bed at night, you can understand today's work is complete. Tomorrow I think these are their things to be done. If the Lord wishes, I will do. If the Lord wishes, I will do. I think I will do, but if the Lord so wishes, I will do. If I am not there for any job also, it's well and good. If you can understand this, and this being reality, you have to again and again cultivate this habit of reminding yourself about this, because you are the person who can keep yourself happy. And if you don't put effort, you are wasting your time. In fact, you are wasting your time. Any other assignment, whatever you are after, it is wastage of time, unless you put this behind it, this notion, this attitude behind it. See, somebody is doing the job of a medical profession, but he's having a medical profession, okay, and somebody is doing some work in the field, agriculture. He's a farmer, let's say. Somebody is a farmer, somebody is a somebody is a doctor, okay? Now, who is fortunate to live? Nobody thinks about it. So instantly, when you see that he's a doctor, means specialist, not only doctor, he's a specialist. You think that he's such a big person, etc. Somebody is a farmer, marginal farmer, having very small little land, so a small farmer, then you consider him, or a servant, less than that you can say, servant, he's a servant. So you consider him very lowly. Both are living the grace of the Lord. The person we call the doctor, no, whoever it is, so special is that Lord's grace that he is living. Lord's grace that this laborer is also living. Same thing. Lord's grace. The Lord's grace alone keeps you comfortable. Not what you do, never what you do. Ask anybody in this world, are you sure you will be alive tomorrow? Everybody will say, no, I am not sure. This universal answer, I tell you, universal answer. You may jokingly say, yes, I will be there for so many years, etc. It's all nonsense, doesn't make any sense. So reality to digest, because it takes time, there is an approach towards that. You need to follow, you need to have that approach so that slowly over a period of time it gains ground. It gains ground. And a time comes, whatever way the life unfolds, you are completely pleased with that. Because you know this is the wish of the Lord. Every day the life unfolding. Beautiful. So confusion being varieties, confusion about yourself is confusion about your color of the skin, confusion about your knowledge. I have not this knowledge, I don't have this knowledge. Whatever knowledge you have got, very little. Whatever you don't know, it is infinity. Wealth-wise, relationship, and achievements, etc. All these are confusions. So you have to remove each and every confusion. Any single dirt you have to remove so that you remain comfortable. It is for you alone, I tell you. So it takes time. That's the reason why one cannot neglect in this. One cannot neglect to become happy, One cannot neglect. No, I'll see tomorrow, I'll try to become happy. Today it's okay, well and good. Nobody says like that. Any small little bit of sorrow also is like to be removed by everybody. Universal phenomenon. You never want to be unhappy for a single moment. And the scripture says that it's possible provided you follow the right path, right understanding. It means what? Understanding should be correct. Understanding doesn't take place without your living a righteous life. You have to live according to the rules and regulations of a given place you are living in. And furthermore, the appreciation of the unseen factor that is determining each and every event in the universe. Unseen factor means the Lord. And you cannot relate to that sort of unseen factor without a physical approach, physically doing something. Approach means physically doing something. Unless you are worshipping. That's why the system of worship is given. Why should you worship? Because you are not comfortable. Once you are comfortable, you can. If you say that I will never become unhappy in my entire life, you don't need to worship. And that is the purpose. The scripture takes you up to that level. Scripture means which is inside you. It's not that outside it's there. I try to remain happy. The statement is there in the scripture, and that is inside me. That I am the truth about the universe. I should appreciate. It's written in the scripture. So what I am, it is revealed in the scripture. What I am is revealed in the scripture. I have to appreciate this what I am, and it's not myself. It is everybody in this world. In fact, everything in this universe is the same thing. The source, and anything that comes from the source, there can be two different things. Clay and pot cannot be two different things. Clay alone has got to be pot. Similarly, the source of the universe has got to be the entire universe. That has got to be myself and everything else. Definitely, there can't be any other solution to that. And so, if the source of the universe itself is the entire universe, what is the question of sorrow? For whom should I lament? So, what's wrong happening? What's good happening? everything is perfect all the way, understanding. But with respect to transactions, right and wrong, that's okay. Transition, it's okay from the standpoint of transition, and for that also you have to go through a process. You have to go through a process. So it takes time to gain ground. If somebody wants to, and if somebody doesn't want, what happens? Life just passes away. Heading toward the full stop. Everybody heading toward the full stop. So it's better to keep oneself in the track so that one becomes comfortable. It is your assimilation which makes it meaningful. Your assimilation. Somebody praises you because you are so and so. That's not the reality. It is your assimilation that keeps you comfortable. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.